Hello, it's your friend Doublebyte, and we're here with a double feature review. On Monday night, I went with my friend Snafu to go see Hidden Figures and Get Out. We were originally going to go see Get Out only, but they were like, oh, holy crap, the theater by me still has Hidden Figures. So we ended up going to the movie, then getting dinner at Wawa's, and then going to the next movie. Which was a lot of fun, because I love doing movie nights with Snafu. They're really fun to watch movies with, and we haven't gotten to in a while. So it was a really good experience. I really wanted to make sure I saw Get Out when it was in theaters, because my friend described it as, it's not a need to see in theaters movie, but it deserves to be. So I'm like, okay. So I'm not going to be doing my usual frenetic 60-second review. Lazy, I didn't feel like doing the editing, and I felt like I can ramble a bit. As you may have seen my previous video, tonight's a little bit of a weird night, so we're just going to keep it chill. So, Hidden Figures. My review of this was going to be pretty quick. It's good. I'm glad I saw it. I'll probably never see it again. If you're like, hey, should I see the movie or read the book? I'd be like, pick one. I am super happy this movie exists. I am super happy that in some way I contributed to financial success of this movie. I am glad that this story is being told because it's really interesting and really cool, and there's nothing bad in the movie. It's well acted, it's well directed, Pharrell Williams has good music in it. It's just, I don't really have that much to say about it. There's no tension in the movie. There's not even the feeling that these women are going to fail, even though you know that they're going to succeed on some level. Because otherwise it's an inspiring story. The movie just lacks a lot of tension. And that's fine. And it's not documentary stiff either. It's just in this weird kind of state of, hey, we are telling the story. We have told the story. I hope you enjoyed our story. And I'm like, yes, I did enjoy the story. Two specific things of note. I'm not going to go into plot or anything. Read about it, check it out. I just want to kind of give my initial thoughts on it. So two quick things. One, oh god, okay, I'm gonna go look up a pronunciation of his name before I butcher it, because then I'll feel real fucking awkward if I butcher his name. I meant to do this before, and then I forgot, so I'm still probably gonna pronounce it wrong. My apologies. So, Mahershala Ali, who plays Cottonmouth in Luke Cage, plays someone in this movie, and it throws me because he has the same little chuckle and does the same little nervous lick lip thing, and has that same kind of trying to be charming but is also kind of awkward thing. He's not a bad guy in this movie. He just feels like at any minute he could turn into an asshole, and then he never does, and just it throws me. I don't know. I love him, but minor quibble. Second, I did the thing that I do whenever I see based on a true story, which is I looked up the accuracy. Hey, how accurate was this movie? Apparently it was really accurate. One of the characters, one of the people this movie was based off of said yes, it was accurate. Except there's one thing about it that irks me. There's a dramatic scene in the movie where Kevin Costner, he's playing this white male head of research, and he finds out that the woman Kate working under him, who's super smart, has to go across the entire NASA facility just to use the bathroom because it's the only colored women only bathroom that she knows of. And he goes and has a crowbar and smashes down the colored only sign. It says all of these bathrooms are for everyone. And I was reading up on this. I'm like, well, that's a great scene. That was cool. A little white man saves the day, but whatever. In real life, she just fucking ignored the signs. She's like, okay, I'm just gonna use whatever bathroom I want, fuck it. And just that's so much better, I gotta say. It's less dramatic or whatever. It's less, oh, there's a turning point in the movie. But come on, movie. You don't have any tension in your movie anyway. Great that you manufactured a dramatic scene, but it'd be so much better if she just got fed up and just started going to this bathroom and ignoring all the looks and shit. I don't know, I would have found that way better. Way more empowering for me. Wow, I talked about this movie for 5 minutes. That's longer than I was expecting. Anyway, So, moving on to Get Out. Movie has a lot of hype. I got a lot of hype from people, a lot of hype in general. Fuck, this is a good movie. Just, goes down smooth. I have a lot of faith faith and fascination in the intersection of comedy and horror. So, as you may know, a lot of horror movies tend to go comedic as they get sequels, which is kind of a weird trend. But I think that there's a really interesting fusion of concept in the two, because they're both all about building like tension versus impactful moment, or tension versus like letdown, and they're all about a little diffusions of tensions before a big punchline or a big murder or whatever. They have a really similar flow to them. They have this like similar style of build up with a lot of really sharp points, as opposed to just constant rising action and climax. They trick you more. So when I saw that, Jordan Peele was going to be directing something, I'm like, fuck yeah. And at first I was kind of like, oh, I wish, he or Key would be acting in it. They're both great actors. I'd love to see them in a dramatic role. But goddamn, this movie's good. And I'm going to be looking up names again, so pardon. So the two main cast members say one of them is Ashley Williams. Yes, Ashley Williams. Allison Williams? Fuck, why can't I remember names? I have this all up on Wikipedia. I'm so dysfunctional. Anyway, so Allison Williams, there we go. So Allison Williams, who I knew as Marnie in Girls, plays Rose, who is the girlfriend of Daniel Kaluuya's Chris. Kaluuya? Goddamn. Anyway, acting in this is freaking amazing. It's really well directed. It has a great flow to it. It has just enough comedic elements in it, but it's not funny. And it's tense without being scary. I think there are maybe 2 jump scares in the whole thing, and at least one of them is just a flat-out fake-out. So they both land well, they don't feel cheap. The tension, the psychological horror doesn't feel cheap. It's a little gorier than I was expecting, but even then, the gore is not drawn out. It doesn't feel like gore for the sake of being gore. And it hits really well, in my opinion. Obviously just be a watch out for. Trigger warning, there was a suicide kind of related thing, so just be on the lookout for that. But as a as critique is the right word. As a critique, it works beautifully. There are so many old upper-class white people saying well-intentionally racist things, and Daniel's face is just so perfect. His expression, that a little bit of pain in his eyes, but that also familiarity, that he knows he's expecting these comments, he knows how to deflect these comments. It just rings so true and so well. Yeah, just see this movie. Like my friend said, do you need to see it in theaters? No. And I find a lot of horror movies work really well not in theaters. But if you can see it in theaters, do it. It's worth it. It's a good collective experience. Feel the audience cringe at the same time, Yeah. I knew a little bit about the plot. I knew more about the plot than I wanted to going in, because I kind of wasn't expecting to see it. But I knew less than I thought I did. And I was still taken very much by surprise. Yeah, no, it's just really good. One thing that you can maybe take or leave is the comic relief character is also fairly plot significant. Who's, Chris's best friend, Rod. But for me, that character really works. It adds a little bit of levity, but that's the beauty of having a comedic director directing this, is that he can juxtapose this humor with the seriousness and not let the humor overpower or cheapen the seriousness. Your mileage may vary on that, but I thought it landed really well. Let me see here. So I want to just talk about one specific moment in the movie, and this is incredibly big spoilers. Incredibly big spoilers. Huge, massive. If you haven't seen it yet, run away. I'm literally going to say run away until the 10-minute mark of this video so that I can put in the description, hey, spoilers start at 10. Okay? Okay. Cool. So, I think one of my favorite things in this movie is during Chris's killing rampage at the end. Rose is shot. He has the opportunity to choke her. And he's choking her, and he sees her smile, and then he stops. To me, that was such a perfect moment. Because her face is saying, ha, you're proving me right about you people. And he's going, no, I'm not going to give you that satisfaction. And that's amazing. Because during the rampage, I was a little worried that we were going into, like, revenge flick territory. Not like the flat-out kind of historical, exploitive, gore, like, really gory revenge flick genre. But a little bit of revenge fantasy area. And on the one hand, fuck it. This is going to turn into revenge fantasy? That's earned. You were about to get, like, brain swap, brainwashed, sunken, zoned, fucked up. Like, you want to get revenge? Go for it. But it, like, that moment averts it in a way that I think is really helpful. In that the killing of the Arbitration family isn't neutral, you know? The way he curb stomps Jeremy. It's definitely impassioned and angry and aggressive, but it's also just, and it's also self-preservation, and it treads that line so beautifully, because violence in movies is such a potent tool, and such a risky tool, and culturally, showing black on white violence especially is very tricky ground to tread, and it handles it perfectly. Yeah. I appreciate that the movie doesn't try to explain too much. Yeah, this is the way hypnotism works. And yeah, we can brain transplant people. Sure. You explained it to the minimum that you needed to get the plot going. You didn't try to over-explain it. You didn't try to mumbo-jumbo it. I actually found the use of the teacup and the spoon as a really, really effective way of symbolizing hypnotism. It has that kind of almost ASMR feeling of that sound like getting into your head. And the hypnotism scene itself is so good in that you're just gradually realizing how fucked up he's getting, and like the tears streaming down his face. Also, seriously, actually no, I have the Wikipedia page up. Daniel Kaluuya, what are you in? Oh, you're in Johnny English Reborn. That's awkward. Oh, you're in a Black Mirror episode. Okay, that makes more sense. Alright. Let me see here. Ooh, cast in Black Panther. Nice. I'm excited for that. So yeah, not seeing any huge parts from what I can see. Decent amount of... Oh, it's a Doctor Who episode. Which one is that? Have I seen that one yet? I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't think I have. Whatever. Anyway. Looking forward to that. Tangential. Going back in. I'm excited to see what else he does because his acting in this is very, very good. Let's see, anything else to talk about? Yeah, just get out. It's worth the hype. Highly recommend seeing it. I mean, you all already know that because I just did the spoiler. I should do like an outro after the spoiler bit. Whatever. I'll just like say in the comment in the description, hey, spoilers end at 14:30. Although it's not quite 14:30 yet, so I should have said it. What the fuck ever? I'm a mess. You know, what else is new? Anyway, so in conclusion, Hidden Figures, good, solid movie. Glad it exists. Not going to see it again. Get Out, I will happily watch this movie again in the future. I would probably even see it in theaters again just to watch it with the lens of knowing what happens. Highly recommend it. And yeah. Let me know what you thought of this review, if you want me to kind of go more into plot details in the future, if you like my 60-second ones more. I think I'll just try this out, kind of get my thoughts out while the movies are still fresh in my head. Anyway, hope you all are well, and until next time, Doublebyte out.